JBNN will keep you informed. I'm Michelle Jones. Before we get into the news, please remember to like, subscribe, leave a comment, and to share the news with someone today. Now onto the news. Murders continue downward with 42% reduction in homicides. Murders in Jamaica continue to trend downward with the latest serious crime statistics showing a 42% year-on-year reduction. Last week, the country recorded 9 murders, bringing the total to 257 as of May 17, a significant drop from the 439 homicides recorded during the same period last year. The police divisions with the highest number of murders are St. Andrew South 35, St. Catherine South 24, St. James 22, St. Anne 18, Kingston West 18, and the St. Catherine North 18. Trelawney has recorded the fewest with 6 homicides. 16 of the 19 police divisions have reported declines in murder rates. Shootings, injuries, rape and robbery are also down, although break-ins have increased by 16%. Overall, serious crimes have decreased by 22% year-on-year. In 2024, Jamaica averaged 22 murders per week. Currently, the weekly average stands at 13. Motorcyclist dies following crash in West Morland. A motorcyclist on Sunday died following a crash with a car along the main road in Mango Hall, Westmoreland. The deceased has been identified as 47-year-old Ricardo Bell of Holdope Road District in Little London in the parish. According to reports, at about 9:15 a.m., Bell was riding along the roadway when upon reaching an intersection, he crashed into a Toyota Fielder motor car. He was assisted to the Savannah Hospital where he succumbed to his injuries. The Little London police are investigating the matter. Search on for missing fisherman. Fishers in Yala, St. Thomas, along the Jamaica Defence Force Coast Guard, are searching for a fisherman who disappeared on Sunday while on a fishing expedition. The group of 7 men left the Yalas fishing beach in the morning to fish off the coast. 6 of them went diving while the captain remained on the boat. At about 5 p.m., when it was time to return to land, it was discovered that one of the fishermen was missing. A search of the sea was conducted, but there was no sign of the man. Second fisherman attacked by a shark in St. Thomas. A second fisherman has been attacked by a shark in the space of a week in St. Thomas. The fisherman, who was reportedly bitten on his hands and feet in the incident on Saturday afternoon, was treated at the Princess Margaret Hospital and released. It's reported that the fisherman was among a group from the Rocky Point Fishing Beach who went fishing off Moran Point. At about 2 p.m., the fisherman dove into the sea and was attacked by a shark. The other fishers saw what was happening, managed to scare off the shark, and pull the injured man from the water. In the first incident on May 10, 43-year-old Ryan Reed of Lokenfield in the parish died 2 days after he was bitten all over his body while spearfishing at the Holland Bay Fishing Beach. The Chief Executive Officer of the National Fisheries Authority, Dr. Andrew Bellamy, on Monday morning said he was visiting the family of Reed on Saturday when he got the report of the second shark attack. Bellamy said, contrary to reports by some fishers that they have been neglected by the authorities, the NFA through its extension officer has been providing support.
Well, first of all, the National Fisheries Authority has our own extension officer based in the parish of St. Thomas, who has been interacting with the fishers and the family since the first incident occurred. Myself, as the Chief Executive Officer, went there on Saturday and met with family members. We had a good conversation. It was unfortunate that the fisher did not take up the opportunity that the ministry and the NFA has worked together for providing health, life insurance, and critical health insurance. On being made aware of that, we reached out to the Ministry of Labour and Social Security, read a compassionate grant, where we have a letter to submit to the minister today, right? The first working day since I met with the family. Our extension officer continues to make the fishers aware of best practices and precautionary interventions that they can take at this time.
Chang says recent acts of violence against women and girls deeply worrying. Deputy Prime Minister and the Minister of National Security Dr. Horace Chang has said the recent heinous acts of violence committed against women and girls are deeply troubling and have shaken the moral conscience of society. He said it is especially troubling that these attacks are happening during Child Month, a time set aside to focus on the safety, well-being and future of the nation's children. Dr. Chang has sought to reassure family members of the victims that the government remains steadfast in its commitment to the safety and security of women and girls, and by extension, the children of Jamaica. He said the perpetrators will be brought to justice.
It's deeply worrying that we see this kind of reaction and this kind of horror being executed against our women from infancy to adulthood. The incident with the nurse partly brutally. The alleged successful businessman has got all the privileges of a businessman. He's a licensed firearm, he's driving around comfortable, and he just really overwhelmed and brutalized a nurse. And there was no hint of restraint. She could have been killed. So all of these incidents put together in a short time kind of raises to the fore a certain disrespect and what cannot be described as a level of social dysfunction in our society. Society is very aware that the security force and the government agencies are taking this very seriously. And while for years we have been very focused on homicides, we have maybe overlooked some of these underlying social pathology. And from the level of the security force, we're going to pay particular attention, both in terms of apprehending, but also in terms of working with agencies and our departments that are involved to seek to prevent this kind of thing. It is really worrying and of deep concern. This one really shocked me, and we're going to have to take steps to find a way to intervene before we get to that.
Protests at UTEC amid discovery of remains believed to be of missing student Anissa Dilworth. Students and staff at the University of Technology UTEC staged a protest this morning calling for justice for Anissa Dilworth. Dilworth, a first-year pharmaceutical technology student at the university, went missing almost 2 weeks ago. Skeletal remains believed to be hers were discovered on Saturday. Police reports are that at about 11:30 a.m., they were alerted to the discovery of human skeletal remains on a beach in Portmore, St. Catherine, and went to investigate. While formal identification is awaiting results from forensic analysis, the investigators believe the remains belong to Anissa based on evidence found at the scene. The protest was organized by UTEC Student Union. Its president, Percival Roberts, says the protest was necessary to bring awareness and inspire swift action against anyone responsible.
First of all, it's a good initiative coming from Student Council and the University Cohort at the University of Technology. For me, personally, it feels good to know that Anissa was loved, and they're treating this as a violation of students, not only Anissa right, but the entire university right. It's sad when beasts among us struck and damaged the very fabric that builds our foundation of this country. It hurts to the core. Personally, I'm sad, I'm broken. I'm just staying strong to really see. I want to see the outcome of this and justice be served. Protest this morning, right? I really feel good about it, right? It shows that we are in solidarity, right? And we are standing for the stupidness or the abuse, right? Or what happened to my daughter, right? We don't stand for it.
Healthcare workers demand justice for a nurse attacked by a businessman. Colleagues of the nurses who was physically assaulted in a road rage incident last week had staged 2 protests this morning to express their outrage over the incident. Placard-bearing nurses, chanting "Enough is enough," gathered at the University Hospital of the West Indies before moving the protest to East Street in downtown Kingston. The assault was captured on video and has been widely circulated on social media. It has sparked national outrage as citizens express their concern over the violence against women in society. The man seen in the video has been identified as businessman Robert Bell. He has since been charged with multiple offences, including assault occasioning actual bodily harm, assault with intent to cause grievous bodily harm, assault of common law, possession of a firearm with intent to commit a first scheduled offence, and possession of a firearm with intent to cause injury. We think enough is enough, and it's time for the silence to be broken. President of the Jamaica Enrolled Nurses Association, Claudine Clark Ward, declared, We're hoping that justice will be served.
Silence! No more violence! No more violence! Enough is enough! Enough is enough! No more silence! No more silence! No more violence! No more violence! Enough is enough! Enough is enough! No more silence! No more silence! No more violence! No more violence! Enough is enough! Enough is enough! No more silence! No more silence! No more violence! No more violence! Enough is enough! Enough is enough! There's no excuse for abuse! No excuse for abuse! No excuse for abuse! No excuse for abuse! No more silence! No more silence! No more take your feet off our heads! End the violence! End the violence! Break the silence! End the violence! End the violence! End the violence! Break the silence! End the violence! End the violence! Protect violence! End the violence!
End the violence.
End the violence! End the violence! End the violence! Protect for mercy!
JBN will keep you informed. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment, and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.